Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name's Killcamdave and this is Tank Talk Tuesday, episode 3. Now, in episode 3 we have a special guest. It is the FV215B. Now this tank is warmed, it's got a special place in my heart. It really has warmed my heart up. It is the tier 10 British heavy. Now this tank was my very first grind. I didn't spend a penny and I can put Scouts on her and I can cross my heart and hope to die. It was amazing. It was one of the best grinds I've ever played. I enjoyed the tier 8, I enjoyed the tier 9, but I will go into more detail with the tier 8 and tier 9 on more Tank Talk Tuesdays. But for the time being, let's talk about the FV215P. Now obviously aesthetically it looks brilliant. You know, you can see that it's a rear mounted tank. It is fabulous. It really is amazing. The one thing that lets it down, and I will say with any rear turreted tanks, is that the engine's at the front, which means unless you've got a decent amount of armor at the front, which this has kind of okay, you're going to get penned. And if you get penned through the bottom plate, which this has a weakness at the bottom glacis plate, whatever you want to call it, and that will go straight through to your engine deck, which then can set you on fire. So this tank has a 20% fire chance. That is the only downfall I really kind of find with this tank. The gun's amazing, the accuracy is amazing, as you're going to be seeing soon. So yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with it. It is a long grind. It's got the 120mm gun, so it obviously does 259 pen. 400 damage on the premium rounds, maybe more, but the pen is unbelievable to 326. Now this will go through mouses, this will go through anything in the game, and that's why I think it kind of balances it out. It has a terrible kind of maneuverability and track traverse, but it has a great gun, and I think if you take into consideration with a great gun and the way you play this tank, then you can really dominate in this tank. And to mark my words, I've enjoyed it. I really have. You know, and I will kind of do more. I really should play more tier 10s, but anyway, the aiming in time is 1.7, so no really need to have gun lane drive, and the accuracy is 0.33. Now that's pretty good for a British tier 10. And as you really know, if you've been grinding the British tanks, that the reloads are awesome and the accuracy on the guns are awesome. And it's powerful, but the only thing that lets the actual British tanks down is the armor. So let's see the armor. Shall we? Let's go into the armor. So as you can see, it's got 120. Well, the turret itself is the strongest. You want to be facing these people, but you want to be hiding that bottom plate there, because as you can see, it's only 90mm thick at its strongest point, which is the same on the rear end. So it's not really good. So you really want to be blocking that, maybe have a rock in front of it, because you've got obviously the higher gun arc itself. So yeah, I mean, just play it wisely with this tank. That's all really advice I can give to anyone, is to kind of hide your bottom plate, make sure you kind of pick off them targets really well, and just support your team and just be there as a frontline tank for your team. I've seen many of these tanks used in the wrong situations, camping back, sitting in bushes, and they wonder why they get taken out quite easily, and it's just because they're not using the tank to its strength. So let's see if we can use this tank to our strengths, or my strengths, sorry, and give you a wicked gameplay. So like I said, this is going to be every Tuesday. I want to keep these going. I want to try and give you, every Tuesday doing as many tanks as I can. Obviously, I really need you guys' support. So like I said, if you really want to be involved in this, then feel free to hit me up on Twitter at KCD Gaming, and on Facebook KCD Gaming as well. But obviously links in the descriptions. I'm not forcing you guys, but it would be nice to see some kind of interaction from everyone. And like I said, at the moment my channel's doing okay. It's not the best, but it can, I like I said, I just want to make great content for you guys. So let's get into the gameplay. We're on Berlin. It's winter. Yeah, I mean, I've only played this once, and I think it was my Swedish tank that I was in, the premium tank. But yeah, it's not a bad map, to be fair. We obviously are the top tier heavy. There is a fair few tier 10s on the other team as well. 2 Death Stars to watch out for, who are in a platoon together with the back chat. So yeah, we're going to be in trouble if we get seen by Death Star. But yeah, you kind of feel like this tank has strengths, and as I said, you hide your bottom plate and you slightly angle. If you can get the tank at this angle here like this, say for instance my enemies were down the alleyway just down there, or sorry, you know, then we can slightly over angle the tank and just kind of reverse side scrape and just fire. I mean, that is the beauty of this tank. So let's kind of use my tank to the ability. We're going to go in town and we're going to go and support the other heavies. We're going to follow this side. I'm going to follow E5. So as you can see, most of the heavy tanks on their team have headed to the left there. There's a 57 heavy. Don't forget about that tank. It is a 4-shot autoloader. It is quite scary when you get hold of that tank, or when you get hit by that tank, because you know 3 more shots are going to follow in quite quickness. So quite quickness, I don't even think that's a word, but never mind. So we don't want to be going out too far in the open. We know that we can't. There's going to be someone sitting in the middle there. Maybe there's not. Let's see. Let's poke around the corner and let's see. Okay. So there's no one. Well, that's unusual. That is very, very unusual, because normally I see people, but they've all kind of lemon trained down the same way. So this could work in my favour, as long as no one comes to my left-hand side on the screen.
They found us.
Death Star can't see me, so that's good. He's not going to sit there and wait.
Loaded and ready.
We can just pop shot here. We'll be alright. And I bounced off the Death Star there, and that just shows you can be bounced. So you can bounce shots in the Death Star.
Enemies looking right at us.
And this is the beauty thing about this tank. It's sort of the unbelievable gun handling of this tank is phenomenal. Not when you get hit by a Death Star though. Oh shit. Sorry guys, apologies for the language. So yeah, that's not good. Death Star's decided to penetrate me. They're all going to rush me now because I am the tier 10. And 57 heavy took me out, so you know that's not good. That's really not good in this gun map. Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry about that first part of the video. That was terrible play from me in the Ep3 So that was the first game. Let's get into the second game, shall we? So like I said, you just got to play, you got to just use your brain, and unfortunately that game I didn't use my brain. So yeah, apologies for that. But you know, I can't keep showing you, you know, great games. I've got to show you the the terrible games as well. So but yeah, you know, it can't be helped. It was my, oh goodness me, bad memories about this map. I think this was the same map that I managed to get destroyed on. No, it wasn't. It might have been. But yeah, like I said, the tier 10 heavy, you know, the Fe215B is a good tank once you know how to play it. I haven't really, I don't really play my 10s. I think if you're really honest with yourself as tankers, you know, whether you're console or whether you're PC, you kind of grind it up there and you don't really have time for tier 10. So I'm going to try and stream one night of the week and just do tier 10s and just go out on tier 10s. But in order to do that, I really need to go out my premiums to make a bit of money, because it sometimes can cost you quite a lot in tier 10s. It'll cost you a lot of silver. But anyway, let's get into the match. Let's kind of go with the other heavies and don't go in on my own like I did the last match, to be fair. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I wasn't very happy with myself.
Focus on this location.
So yeah, but we'll see. Come on guys, let's see. Look at that. There's a Type 5 heavy, which is the Japanese big boy. So wherever you're going, I'm going. I think we should go in the middle. I think we should try and use this to our advantage. There's another tank that I'm not looking forward to meeting. The T110E4, which is a tank destroyer, American tank destroyer. But yeah, a lot of people use these on this map especially. They use the cover here from artillery, but luckily we haven't got any artillery on this.
Look out, enemy spotted.
I snapshotted and missed a Panther. That was terrible. I mean, I've ammo racked him, trading with him, and yet he's still sitting there. So I don't mind. I'll trade with you. If he's just gonna sit there, then give me your shots. Oh, there we go.
Punched a hole in their armor. Enemies looking right at us.
I don't think that Panther knows its strengths, really. Oh shit, maybe he does.
Lost a track. Focus on this area. Enemies are capturing our base. Enemies got us in their sights. Tracks back up. Go, go, go! Enemy scrapped.
No, I've got a problem. I've got an E100. Sorry, I went a bit silent there. Let's hope.
Ready to fire.
Oh dear.
Looking right at us.
Attack him. So I'm going to give my guy a hand now, because he's on his own.
One of our tanks.
He was. He went.
Punched a hole in their armor.
I
On this location.
kind of really regret doing that
Enemies in our
now. Because of that.
Enemies got us in their sights.
And they're in our base. No, this is not good. It's an embarrassing game from play for me because my team are not supporting me whatsoever. Come on.
Enemies looking right at us. No good. Didn't go through. Loaded and ready.
That was a nice trickery there, but now I've got problems. Sorry about I went a bit silent there, but now I'm going to get out of cover. Into cover. And the object, 263. Oh, that's another good tank to be fair. So there we go. I mean, I've not had much luck, but it's a better gameplay. But like I said, guys, if you have I wasn't really impressed with myself in that respect in that tank, so we'll go back to the garage. But like I said, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for giving me the opportunity, and like I said, give me support and love on this video if you wouldn't mind. Your support is really greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, guys. Happy tanking. I will see you in the next video.